this video, I'm gonna cover the top 5 best neighborhoods to live in Bend, Oregon. So if you're thinking about moving here, if you're a young family, an older family, retiree, or you're just someone that's looking for a more active lifestyle, Bend, Oregon has it all, and I'm gonna cover it in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. Before we jump into this video, my name is Brett Williams. I'm a realtor here in the state of Oregon, and I help with the relocation in Central Oregon. Every day I'm getting calls, texts, emails from different people from all over the country looking to relocate to Central Oregon. So if you have any thoughts about moving here and you don't know where to start, make sure to subscribe to this channel first of all, and also here's all my direct contact info. You can call me, text me, email me. Does not matter, but without further ado, let's jump into the top 5 neighborhoods in Bend, Oregon to live in. All right, so starting off, I'm currently at Discovery Park here in West Bend. More specifically, I'm in Century West in the Northwest Crossing neighborhood, and that's where we're gonna start off. So you can take a look around. We're at Discovery Park. It's super awesome. We've got a little pond here and tons of different trails for biking and hiking, and that's what you're gonna get in the west side of Bend. That's why it's so popular. So the first neighborhood, like I was saying, is Northwest Crossing. Here you're gonna expect a lot of craftsman style homes and some contemporary craftsmen mixed in there, as you can see in the background, kind of. What's awesome about this neighborhood is it's super desirable for retirees and young families, especially is what we see a lot of. There's a few great elementary schools right down the road, and you'll have like a 2-minute drive to some of the best schools in the state of Oregon. Super competitive in terms of our education and just overall schooling. So finishing off Northwest Crossing, my final thoughts are this is going to be a great community if you have a higher budget, first of all, because it's a little more expensive. If you want a super active lifestyle, this area is amazing. You have closest access to all of the awesome different recreation that's available here in Bend. And on top of that, expect to just have a lot of the easy transportation around the city, really direct access to downtown, the old mill, all of the restaurants. You're right in it. Including that is the Northwest Crossing downtown section, which is an awesome little village, literally just right down the road from where I am right now. But this is going to be a great spot if you're looking to be super active and just look for a really nice, peaceful, desirable neighborhood. So we just finished up Northwest Crossing. Now we're going to go from Northwest Bend to Northeast. And the community we're going to talk about is Boyd Acres. This is a pretty historical neighborhood in Bend. There's some awesome homes over here. And luckily it actually has some more affordable prices versus Northwest Bend. When you do live in Northeast Bend, you're going to have really close access to a lot of the bigger shopping districts. You're going to have a lot of access towards Trader Joe's. You have Kohl's, Ross, a bunch of spots like that, as well as Target, Home Depot, Lowe's. So a lot of the big block stores are over on that northeast side of town. If you're thinking about moving here with small kids, or you're relatively active with dogs or that type of thing, Boyd Acres will be great for that. There's a lot of really close access to parks, big parks over there, as well as cool little trails on some canals that follow through that northeast side. And you'll also have a lot of mountain views. So if you're thinking about making a move and you're active and you want some park life, Boyd Acres is going to be a really good spot for that. It's not uncommon to find spots that have those mountain and canal views, which is really cool. And the pricing is a lot more competitive. You can find stuff in the $350 to $550 range really easily, and they're really nice spots over there. You're going to have more established lots, but you'll also have newer developments that are coming in. So you have a really cool mix, and definitely have a lot of finishing up thoughts on Boyd Acres. The northeast side of town is going to be great if you're an outdoor enthusiast and you really like close access to the parks and all the amenities. There's some really cool parks in Boyd Acres, and then also in Sawyer Park, which is one of my favorite parks in the entire state of Bend. There's a lot of cool hiking trails that kind of follow down the Deschutes River, and you can kind of see the volcanic rock that's been eaten up through it. Really good spot for fly fishing as well. If you're into fly fishing, you can catch some really cool rainbows down in there. It's definitely really beautiful. But yeah, it's definitely similar in terms of just kind of the overall feel. Northwest and Northeast have great parks, great outdoor access. It really comes down to pricing and just kind of the neighborhoods in general. So let's move on to our number 3 neighborhood. All right, we're moving right on down the list. Next, we're going to talk about Southwest Bend. And this is kind of a unique one on the list. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because it has a very unique style overall. The houses that are in this area have a lot of personality, a lot of charm, and generally there's a lot of different artistic people or creative people that kind of take hold of these neighborhoods and shape them to make them really cool. So there's not really a notable or really famous neighborhood in the southwest section. They're going to be really close to the old Mill District and downtown. But what this kind of does is, back in the day, a lot of the properties were basically made as the city was expanding. So you're going to have a lot of these smaller craftsman styles, and I'm talking original craftsman styles that almost look kind of like what's behind me here, but just an older fashion. And a lot of creative people, younger families who are looking for walking access and biking access will kind of go into these neighborhoods and really make them super cool, fix up some of the older properties and give them a lot of personality. So Southwest Bend is really one of those spots where if you're looking to slow down and have really good walking and biking access, you're gonna love Southwest Bend. Working with a few clients right now down in that area, and it's just been a really fun process trying to get to basically just see all the little pockets in there. All right, so if you've been doing any research on Bend and you've looked into the southeast section, you've probably started to realize that it has kind of that small town country feel. And compared to the rest of Bend, it feels a lot more spread out and you have more breathing room. Something that's really cool about Southeast Bend, and this is actually a neighborhood, it's Southeast Bend, but it is located in Southeast Bend, is that it's not uncommon to find lots that are an acre to 2.5 acres. You'll also find some smaller ranch properties that are on 5 acres, and full working farms and ranches at around 80 to 90 acres. So you have a huge spread of different country living that's really close to downtown, the old mill. This is a spot that a lot of people are starting to look into and kind of build their dream home in, or they're looking for some really good price homes that are down in southeast for that 350 to 450 range, and you're going to have a little more breathing room than being in southwest, for example, where you're a little more packed in there and you're a lot closer to the walking and bikeable spots in Bend. I would say it's one of my favorite areas in Bend just because you are a little more relaxed. There's a little less traffic out there in the actual neighborhoods, but they're all great. They all have different amenities and they're great for different people. So I kind of wanted to break it into lifestyles, and I hope that kind of helped you guys look into this. Lastly, I'm going to talk about a really cool neighborhood that I'm going to put number 5 on this list. And it's special for a lot of reasons, but I just want to throw this in one just because if you're into architecture or really cool properties, this neighborhood has a ton of them. So let's jump into that right now. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna put this neighborhood as one of my favorite in Bend, and this is a lot of people's favorites, and that's Tether Road. So Tether Road is a really cool luxury development that really focuses on mid-century contemporary, even though they're newer homes. A lot of really cool properties on an acre to acre and a half. Some are below, some are above, but just a really cool gated community with some of the best views of the Cascades you can find. I wanted to add this on the list just because I think this is one that's really special and it just adds to the overall Bend feel. Especially now, it's on the northwest side of town, so it's close to Northwest Crossing like you're seeing here, and it's just one of those spots that is overall really cool. It's got a lot of character, and for what it is, I think it's one of the coolest neighborhoods in Bend. So you'll probably see some clips here, just beautiful, lots of really awesome sunrises and sunsets. But like Northwest Crossing, you're really close to all the shops, all the restaurants, all of the action. So if you're kind of looking for your dream home, retirement, or you're just looking to relocate and find a really cool neighborhood, Tether Road's at the top of the list for me, one of my favorite neighborhoods for sure. So overall, I hope this kind of gives you an overall scheme of just kind of what Bend's like, a few of the different neighborhoods that are super popular for people looking to relocate and move to here. And I'm always posting videos on this channel, so if you haven't subscribed yet, just please make sure to hit subscribe, hit the little bell to stay notified. You can reach out to me right here. I'm helping clients relocate here all of the time. It's literally my favorite thing in the world when someone reaches out and says they're thinking about moving to Central Oregon. Bend in particular, I love it, guys. So I hope you got a lot of information out of this and it's helped you a little bit. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll see you on the next video.